dear children. Can you hear me? Okay, Malavika, Miri, Vaishnavi, Baby Nada, Anjana, Atulya, Akshay, all of you. Very good morning to all. In the last class, we had learned how to find the area of plane figures like rectangles, squares, triangles, parallelograms, circles, semicircle, etc. I hope you remember those, and we started doing questions from exercise 11.1. So let us continue the problems given in that exercise. You can write down the question now. Exercise 11.1. Question number. We had already done the first question, so we are going to do the second one. Today's first question. So you can note down the question. Mrs. Kaushik has a square plot with the measurement as shown in the figure. She wants to construct a house in the middle of the plot. A garden is developed around the house. Find the total cost of developing the garden at the rate of rupees 55 per meter square. So this is the question, and a square plot here. And in between some space is taken for house. And here the measurements are given. Side of the square is given as 20 meter. And here this length is given as 15 meter and breadth is given as, this is given as 20 meter, length is given as 20 meter, and here this width is given as 15 meter. Okay, you can note down the question. Mrs. Kaushik has a square plot. That means all the four sides are equal here, and it is of length 20 meter with measurement as shown in the figure. So it is noted here the square plot has a side 20 meter. She wants to construct a house in the middle of the plot. So she wants to make a house in the middle of the plot, and the measurement of this plot is given as 20 by 15. So length is 20 and the breadth is given as 15 meter. A garden is developed around the house. So the remaining area of this plot is to be developed as a garden. Find the cost of developing the garden at the rate of rupees 55 per meter square. Is the question clear to you? Okay. So we have to find the area of the plot where she has to develop the garden. That means area of the garden you have to find. How can you find the area of the garden? Area of the garden. How can you find this? Area of the garden can be found by subtracting area of this rectangular plot from area of the square. Okay, so this is equal to area of the square minus area of the rectangle. Area of the rectangle. So this is equal to, what is the area of the square? What is the area of the square? You have to give response. Give your response. How can we find area of the square? Gautam, is it 2a? Length and breadth for a rectangle. How can you find the area of a square? It is a square. Okay, thank you, Anagha. So this is, see, you have to be familiar with this formula, area of plane figures. Okay, area of square is equal to a square. That gives, here the side of the square is given as 20 meter. Side of the square is given as 20 meters. So we can write this as 20 square minus area of the rectangle. How can you find area of the rectangle? How can you find the area of the rectangle? Length into breadth. Okay, what is the length here? What is the length of the plot here? What is the length of the plot in this question? See here, inside plot, the plot inside this is the rectangle and the length is given as 20 meter and the breadth is given as 15 meter. Okay, so you have to find this 20 into 15. So this is equal to, find out the answer and give it. What is 20 square? What is 20 square? It is 400, okay. Minus, what is this 20 into 15? Length into breadth, area of the rectangle. See, a small change is here. This is 25. Okay. Length of the square plot, side is, square is 25 meter. Please make this change. It is 25. So we have to change this. It is 25 square. 25 square. Sorry for this. The side of the square plot is given as 25. 25 meter. Then 25 square is 625 minus 15 into 20 it is, okay, it is 300 and this is equal to 325 meter square. This is the area of the garden. The area of the garden is 325 meter square. All of you please make this correction. The side of the square plot is given as 25 meter. Okay, so the area of the square is 25 square, which is 625, minus area of this plot is 20 into 15, which is 300, that is equal to 325 meter square. Area of the garden is 325 meter square. Is it clear? Okay, now what we have to do? The question is, find the total cost of developing the garden at the rate of rupees 55 per meter square. So for 1 meter square, the cost of developing the garden is rupees 55. If so, for developing 325 meter square area, how much is the cost? How can you do that? Cost of developing the garden equals What we have to do? The total area is 325 meters square and the cost of developing is rupees 55 per meter square. For 1 meter square the cost is rupees 55. So how can you find the total cost? What we have to do? The total area multiplied by the cost per meter square. So multiply this and give your answer. Okay, it is 325 into 55. Multiply it and give your answer. Okay, it is 17,875 rupees. 17,875 rupees. Is it clear? Okay, now let us move to the next question. The shape of a garden is rectangular in the middle, and semicircular at the ends. Semicircular at the ends. Find the area and the perimeter of this garden. Find the area and perimeter of this garden. Find the area and perimeter of this garden. So, a rectangle in the middle and semicircular at the ends. And the total length here is given as 20 meter total length of this is given as 20 meter, and here this is given as 7 meter. This measurement is given as 7 meter. This is given as 7 meter. The shape of a garden is rectangular in the middle and semicircular at the ends. Okay, find the area and perimeter of this garden. So first let us find the perimeter. To find the perimeter, see, we have to find the length around this. To find the length around this. Okay, so here this is the length of the rectangle, and here this part is the length of the semicircle. Here again the length of the rectangle, and this part is the length of the semicircle. So we have to find the total of all this. That means let us write this length as L, and here what is the perimeter of this semicircle here? Only this part. Perimeter of this semicircle. If it is a circle, what is the perimeter? If it is a circle, what is the perimeter? Perimeter of a circle. We had given the formula for finding perimeter of circle, semicircle, etc. All these in the last class. So what is the perimeter of a circle? Or the circumference. Both terms are same, perimeter or circumference. How can you find the perimeter or circumference of a circle? Give your answer. It is 2 pi r, okay, right? 2 pi r. This is the circumference of a circle. We are having a semicircle in this side. So what is the perimeter of this part? What will be the perimeter of this part? For a total circle, it is 2 pi r. So what is the half of it? It will be equal to pi r. Okay. So this part will be pi r. Again this length is equal to L, and this part is equal to pi r. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, so the total perimeter, to find the total perimeter, what we have to do is L plus pi r plus L plus pi r. Okay, the total perimeter is equal to L plus pi r plus L plus pi r. So we can write this as 2L plus 2 pi r, that is 2 into L plus pi r. Now we have to find out what is this length and what is radius of the semicircle. To find out that, see, this length is given as 7 meter. This length means it is the diameter of the semicircle. Okay, the diameter of the semicircle is given as 7 meter. So the radius is equal to 7 by 2 meter. Okay, so this diameter is given as 7 meter. So its radius is equal to 7 by 2 meter. See, the radius means from the center to this part. This is 7 by 2. Here also it is 7 by 2. The total length is given as 20 meter. So the length of the rectangular part is equal to, how can you find the length of this rectangular part? See, here it is 7 by 2. Here also it is 7 by 2. So to find the length of this remaining part, how can you find the length of this? Total length from this end to this end is given as 20 meter, and here this radius is 7 by 2. This radius is also 7 by 2. So the remaining part, the length of the remaining part gives the length of the rectangle. How can you find it? Total length minus 20 minus, here 2 times radius is there, so it is 2 into 7 by 2. Is it clear? Okay, so this is equal to 20 minus this 2 and 2 get cancelled, it is equal to 7, and the answer is 13 meter. Length of the rectangular part is 13 meter. See, diameter of the semicircle is given as 7 meter. The radius is equal to 7 by 2 meter. And the length of the rectangular part is equal to the total length 20 meter minus twice the radius. So here one radius is there, here one radius is there. So twice the radius, 2 and 2 get cancelled, and 20 minus 7, which is equal to 13. Let us substitute the values here. 2 into length is 13 meter plus value of pi is 22 by 7 and the radius is 7 by 2. Here, calculate this and give your answer. Make the calculation and give your answer. You can cancel this 7 and 7 here. 2 and 22, it will get 11. 13 plus 11. So this equals 2 into 13 plus, cancelling this, you will get it as 11. So it is 24 into 2. 48 meter is the perimeter of the garden. Okay, the perimeter of the garden is 48 meter. Okay, now the next part of this is here. Find the area and perimeter of this garden. Now we have to find the area. Okay, area of the garden is equal to, second part of the question is area of the garden is equal to, how can we find the area of this garden? Area of the rectangle plus area of two semicircles. Okay. To find the area of this garden, we have to add the area of this rectangular part plus area of the two semicircles. So let us write that area of the rectangle plus area of two semicircles. So this is equal to area of the rectangle is length into breadth plus area of two semicircles. So it is two semicircles make a circle. Two semicircles are of same radius. So we can write it as area of one circle, which is equal to pi r square. Now we can substitute the values. Length of the rectangle is 13 into, see now here the length of the rectangle is 13 meter. What is the breadth of the rectangle? What is the breadth of the rectangle? What is the breadth of the rectangle? See from the figure. What is the breadth here? 7 meter. Okay, it is 7. Then plus value of pi is 22 by 7 and the radius is 7 by 2. So 7 by 2 square means 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Now multiply these two, 13 into 7. Come on, give your answer. 13 into 7. It is 91 plus, okay, here in this you can cancel 1 7 from here and then 2 and this will get cancelled and it becomes 11. 11 into 7, 77 by 2. Okay, 1 7 get cancelled here. Then cancelling this 2 and 22, you will get 11. 11 into 7, 77 by 2, which is 38.5. Half of 77. It is 38.5 and the total is 129.5 meter square. Okay, it is 129.5 meter square. So to find the perimeter, you have to find the total length around the figure, and to find the area, you have to find the area of the figures included in the given figure. Here, two semicircles and one rectangle is given. Is it clear? Okay, let us move to the next one. Third question. A flooring tile has the shape of a parallelogram whose base is 24 centimeter and the corresponding height is 10 centimeter. Corresponding height is 24 centimeter. Corresponding height is 10 centimeter. How many such tiles are required? How many such tiles are required to cover a floor of area 1080 meter square. 1080 meter square. How many such tiles are required to cover a floor of area 1080 meter square? A flooring tile has the shape of a parallelogram whose base is 24 centimeter and the corresponding height is 10 centimeter. How many such tiles are required to cover a floor of area 1080 meter square? Here the measurement of the tile is given to us. Measurement of a tile is given to us. That is the length of the base and the corresponding height. The tile is in the shape of a parallelogram. So here its base is given as 24 centimeter and the corresponding height is given as 10 centimeter. How can you find the area of a tile? How can you find the area of a parallelogram? It is base into height. Okay, it is base into height. This is equal to 24 into 10 centimeter square. Okay, it is base into height, and base and height are given to us. So it is 24 into 10 centimeter square. This is the area of one tile. So the total area is given as 1080 meter square. We don't know the number of tiles. Let the number of tiles be n. Okay, let the number of tiles be n. Let the number of tiles be n, and the area of one tile is equal to 24 by 24 into 10 centimeter square. And this is given in centimeter square, and the total area is given in meter square. So we have to change this. So the total area is equal to, how we are finding the total area? Area of one tile into number of tiles. Okay, so total area is given as 1080 meter square. So we can substitute the value here, 1080. This is in meter square. So we are changing, to change 1 meter to centimeter, we have to multiply with 100. Okay, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So to change this 1 meter square means meter into meter. So to change 1 meter, we have to multiply it with 100. So to change this into centimeter square, we are going to multiply this with 100 into 100. Since it is meter square here, meter square means meter into meter. So we are changing it into centimeter by multiplying it by 100 into 100. This is equal to, area of one tile is 24 into 10. 24 into 10 into the number of tiles is taken as n. This is unknown here. So we are writing it as n itself. From this you can find the value of n. Transpose these terms to left side. Here it is multiplied. So while transposing you have to divide, cancel the terms and find out the answer. So what is the value of n? Devika, please change the quality of the video in your phone. Increase the quality to 360p or above. Then it will be clear. Okay, it is 45,000. So n is equal to 45,000. Right. So okay, so the fifth question from exercise 11.1, try it yourself. 3 subdivisions are there. Try the 3 questions. It is to find the perimeter. You have to find the perimeter in each case. Okay. So we will continue with the next topic in our next class. Thank you.